some years ago, since I left from my island to go to the mainland, like the old folks would say. As I walked up the gangway and I stood on the starboard and I gazed on the harbor on a grey foggy day. Summer days, they were warmer then, when we laughed with the old fishermen, and they cursed when the fog rolled in. Then they made up the hay. It's been more than a long, long time since I held you and called you mine, and we waited for the sun to shine on a grey, foggy day. In the early morn, to the sound of the old foghorn, and wait for the men to return with their boats in the bay. All these things I don't see no more when I lived on the old Cape shore, and I gazed on the boats on the moor on a grey, foggy day. Summer days, they were warmer then, when we laughed with the old fishermen, and they cursed when the fog rolled in. Then they made up the hay. It's been more than a long, long time since I held you and called you mine, and we waited for the sun to shine on a grey, foggy day. And as long as my heart doesn't break from those old memories, old lovers and old used to be, I'll come home for to stay. I can still hear the ocean roar through the hills on the old Cape shore. There are no fishing boats anymore, but it's a grey, foggy day. Summer days, they were warmer then, when we laughed with the old fishermen, and they cursed when the fog rolled in. Then they made up the hay. It's been more than a long, long time since I held you and called you mine, and we waited for the sun to shine on a grey, foggy day. And I pray that the sun will shine on this grey, foggy day.
tours in the freezer is better than 100 in the bay. That's all I got last winter, got the rest of the tours flew away. With all the money that I spent, it keeps me mad all day. But 10 little tours in the freezer is better than 100 in the bay. I bought me a boat up in Toronto with a great big 80 mark. I put it in the water down in Hatchet Cove, but the damn old motor wouldn't work. Had to take it into Gander where it's taken most of me pay. But 10 little tours in the freezer is better than 100 in the bay. My brother got a little small Mercury with a boat about 10 or 12 feet. Go out and look down into his deep freeze and you'll see more tours than you can eat. So when I get the big old motor back again, I'm going to throw the damn lot away. 'Cause 10 little tours in the freezer is better than 100 in the bay. If I live on till next winter and the tours come back again, gonna buy me a little small Mercury, a 7.5 or a 10. Gonna buy me a little small speedboat, gonna paint it red and gray. Then I'll have more tours in your freezer, then I'll leave out flying in the bay. My buddy Sam Sober down in Little Heart Seas, and it goes something like this right here. Now me and Sam is buddies, as anyone here can see. It breaks his heart to go out in Trinity Bay without me. 8 o'clock in the morning, if you're on the Dare Cove shore, you're guaranteed to see old Sam heading out for more. Trinity Bight is his first stop, 'cause the birds hang out there too. Don't you try to slow him down, he's not fooling around with you. He ain't got no time to talk, he haven't got all day. He's zipping up his rubber clothes and heading down the bay. Now people think that I'm a good shot 'cause I bring in a lot of tours. But I always go out with old Sam and there's things you ain't heard. He always kills the birds for me when I'm shaking in the wind. And telling God if I get back I'll never go out again. Now I'm finished fooling around, I'm serious you see. Sam Sober down in Heartsease means a hell of a lot to me. My song is almost over now, but these few words I'll say. Take off your hat to good old Sam, he's the king in Trinity Bay. Take off your hat to good old Sam, he's the king in Trinity Bay.
I've done a lot